snowing for the last few days, so we've accumulated quite a bit more snow. Still enough to trudge around in without any snowshoes, though. I just couldn't stand being in the house anymore, so I thought I would come out, have some dinner in the woods. Nothing really much to do other than enjoy the beautiful snow while it's here, cook up some food, have some coffee. So I'm on my way to where I'm planning to build a shelter. Hopefully I'll start soon. The ground is frozen now, so no driving in stakes into the ground or anything. But I still think that could get a ridgepole up and get something happening. But today I'm just out here, have something to eat, enjoy the day. So I'm almost there. I'll put this back on once I get there, and we'll see you there. So I just finished prepping all the wood for our fire. It's surprisingly not too cold today. Last night it was minus 18, minus 20. Today it's maybe minus 5, minus 6. So it's really nice out here. Very peaceful. Not much has moved. I've seen a few squirrel tracks. And I hear a blue jay somewhere in the distance. But other than that, it's been very quiet. Not many rabbit tracks or anything moving at all. So I just unset what snares I had set. I'll probably set them back at a later date, but right now nothing's moving, so I'm not gonna bother for a while. So today for the fire, I thought I would play with something a little different. Flint and steel. I collected a bit of grass on the way in. I think it's dry. It felt dry. We'll see how dry it is. But I thought I would try this out just for something different. Something else to play with. So in here I've got some char cloth and a striker, which I got as a gift from a good friend of mine at our first gathering. I've also got a piece of flint that was gifted to me at our second gathering. It works pretty well. And in here, along with that, I've got some quartz, and it's really clear quartz. You can almost see right through it like glass. Most of the quartz that you'll find is foggy, it's milky. But this one is really clear. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like glass. Now, I find the flint works pretty good. You can get some pretty good sparks off of it. I don't know if you can see that, but you can get some good sparks off of it. The quartz, however, I find works a bit better with this particular piece of steel. I'm not sure what type of steel it is, but the quartz I find really throws off some beautiful sparks, if you can see that. So we'll give this a go. Again, I'm not too sure how dry that grass is. Everything is covered in snow. It's the sticky, stick to everything, fluffy snow. But we'll try it. Find a nice piece of char cloth here. Sometimes it's hard to get a good grip on them without busting your knuckles up. Try to adjust this here better. So once you get the char cloth lit, get a good ember going with it. Almost. There we go. Just boiling a bit of water, have some coffee, waiting for this fire to die down a bit and get some coals going, a nice bed of coals. I'm going to have some steak today. Steak and some bannock. My water's almost boiled. It's going to be great to have a warm coffee, even though it's not cold out. Just something about coffee in the woods. It's almost better than the first coffee in the morning, isn't it? another one of those Jiva cubes. If you haven't checked them out already, you can check them out on Amazon. There's all kinds of different flavors. Still, they're not that expensive, and it's really easy to carry. We were fortunate enough to be gifted some at our gathering this year by the Jiva Coffee Company, and we gave them out as samples, and so far folks seem to like them. So if you want to give them a try, check them out on Amazon. Coffee is ready. So I got a tripod set up over my fire. It's an old tripod that was here laying around, and got a little homemade grill that I brought along to cook my steak on. I thought I would hook it up to the tripod here. I've got some rabbit snare wire in my pack, and I think I'm just gonna wire it up to the tripod so I can cook my steak on top of that. Here's the grill that I use. I made it out of a refrigerator, an old refrigerator rack. It's stainless steel, and I just cut it half and half probably. I just can't remember, but it works great. It's like I said, stainless steel, easy to clean, doesn't weigh anything, and made this little pouch to carry it along in. It's worked great so far. So if you want to save a few bucks, find an old refrigerator rack and cut her up. So I just wired up my grill. Hopefully it'll work. So far so good. It's holding up. We'll see once I get some steak on there. And so the steak seems to be cooking pretty fine. The little rack seems to be working all right. Just gonna put a little salt and pepper on there. Always like to grab these things from the fast food places because they really come in handy. So the steak's all done. I'm just gonna get a stick ready for my Bannock. It's a nice big wet piece of wood, so the Bannock doesn't really stick to the wood. You just shave off bark. I put all my dry ingredients for the Bannock in a bag at home and mix it once I get here. Just easier, I guess, than to carry all those ingredients with you. I'm going to get my Bannock out. I make it with whole wheat flour, and I put a little bit of onion powder in here and a little bit of garlic powder in here just to give it a little bit of flavor. It's hard to get it to the right consistency. Sometimes you put too much water, sometimes you put not enough water. It's just... But so far, it doesn't seem too bad. It's a bit sticky, a bit like Play-Doh, so it should be fine. Just going to flatten this out. But I add to my Bannock, I brought an onion. What I'm going to do with the onion is I'm just going to put very thin slices over the Bannock, and while it's wrapped up on the stick, it's going to slowly cook the onion along with the Bannock. Adds that much more flavor. We're supposed to be getting a storm tomorrow. Not sure yet if it's mostly going to be rain, mostly going to be snow. Hopefully it's a mix of 50-50. Because any more snow, we'll be trekking out here in snowshoes. And too much rain will just make a mess of everything. Big mess of everything. So we'll see. Lots of high winds expected. So we're probably bound to be losing power. We've already had one snowstorm over the holidays. It wasn't too bad. The winds were the worst. Knocked out a lot of power for a lot of folks here in Nova Scotia. But this one is supposed to be a lot more windier. So hopefully we'll keep our power. And if we don't, well, that's okay. We'll manage. So, just going to wrap this bannock around the stick. And give a little bit on the end here so you can like kind of cover it off. Ooey gooey goodness. Well, everyone, so much for my bannock. It just slipped off the stick, fell into the fire. So I guess I'll just be eating steak today. There she is. It smells some good though. Oh well. Well, I'll cut up my steak and have some of that. Try it again another day. Oh, woe is me. The smell of cooking bannock and onions. I could just sit here and smell that. But I still got my steak. I'm going to cut that up, have a few nibbles, and head back home. The sun's starting to set. It's pretty late in the afternoon. So next time we'll try to get the bannock to stay on the stick, maybe. I was going to stuff some steak inside there, inside the pocket of the bannock, and have like a steak bannock feast. Oh well. Just want to thank you guys for watching. It wasn't much of a video, but I just had to get out here, do something. Too much of a nice day. Before the storm, before we're snowed in, or rained in, or whatever. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and subscribe please. So this is Lawrence from Nova Scotia Bushcraft, and we'll see you later.